What's up, family? Let's talk about a new bill that is calling for $2,000 monthly checks for every citizen, as UBI or Universal Basic Income is getting popular in more cities and states and even countries. They are debating whether or not to implement it for its low-income families. We also have information that some believe that reparations are needed to make up for the past situations. But the question is, would it really make things better or just putting a Band-Aid on an already bad situation? I've got the details to share with you in just a moment, but before we get started, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel as well as hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Starting off regarding reparations, they have gained a lot of momentum over the last year or so. As you can see right here, this is all because of what California has been trying to do in their efforts. But anyways, reparations have gained historic momentum in 2023 because of California's efforts for the Golden State. What's next will be very tough, turning all the recommendations from its statewide task force into policies and persuading voters to pay for it all. Would you guys agree? Are you ready to pay for the reparations that have been created over the past thousands of years? Well, anyways, the first time this year advocates are seeking reparations for the harms inflicted on Black people. Many municipalities either started or are forming commissions to address the compensation to the descendants of enslaved Africans. California has made the most zealous efforts thus far. The state's reparations task force spent 2 years researching the impact of the generational damage of the discriminatory practices and produced a 1 to 100 page report with comprehensive recommendations that it considers to be the blueprint for other cities and states as well, and the federal government for them to be able to provide reparations as well. Me personally, I don't think that this will ever happen, but according to multiple different states, it could actually happen. But anyways, as you can see, even New York, the governor, Kathy Hochul, she has made a huge step towards reparative justice. As you can see, it says that the New York governor, Kathy Hochul, joins Reverend Al Sharpton to discuss about her recent signing of a new bill that would establish a commission to consider slavery reparations. And then, like I just said, California lawmakers have finally tackled reparations. Will $68 billion budget deficit get in the way of them actually make it come to fruition? Well, like I said, guys, I don't believe it'll necessarily happen because I can't see taxpayers that are not necessarily African American willing to pay the bill to provide these reparations for things that have happened years, if not 100 plus years ago. But tell me what you guys think about this. Do you think that you will ever see reparations given to Black descendants of slaves? Yes, apparently these particular Democratic states are now pushing for these reparations, and we'll just have to see how this all goes. I will say that I don't necessarily think that we will see any type of Republican states offer or even consider any type of reparation given to slavery that have happened years ago. But tell me what you guys think about this. I would love to get your thoughts on this idea and whether or not you agree with them giving out reparations. Comment down below and let me know how you feel about that. But according to one of the contestants going against the current president, President Joe Biden, yes, we are talking about the new presidential candidate, Dean Phillips, and now he has officially broken from President Biden in support of reparations. Apparently, he has a new plan on the table and that he wants to talk about as he continues to rally in regards to the next president of the United States. It says right here that Representative Dean Phillips is breaking with President Biden by making reparations and universal basic income his focal points of his campaign. Phillips is challenging Biden for the 2024 Democratic presidential nomination and has been gradually rolling out his campaign platform. He expressed his openness to UBI programs in an interview published this past Monday, in which he also touted his support for reparations for Black Americans to make America amends for slavery. He said in a statement that, look, I believe that reparations have to start with acknowledging the injustice that was done to Black Americans. To me, the answer is to invest in every community that is underrepresented, disenfranchised, has been segregated, or has been subject to any type of horrors. That means outstanding education for everybody. That means outstanding healthcare for everyone. That means childcare and pre-care education. It also means housing for everybody. That's, to me, is the best way that we can make reparations, is to do so by raising the foundations for everybody. That certainly includes Black Americans, because the injustice is horrifying. So yes, he has a different take on this, not necessarily wanting to give out monetary reparations to enslave and all that kind of thing, but he wants to do it by providing these different things that we need on a daily basis today, providing that to everybody. So a little bit of difference in regards to what we know for reparations, but anyways, it is a good suggestion coming directly from him, but so far no other candidate is talking about this actually happening. So I don't know if this is going to help him or actually hurt him when it comes down to voting next year, but we'll keep our eyes peeled in the meantime. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to actual stimulus checks, or potential monthly checks that we just received word that they're considering providing some $2,000 monthly checks in the form of a universal basic income program. Of course, this particular program is a little bit different, but I do want to go ahead and share it with you right now. Yes, we are talking about Canada, guys. Yes, a new Senate bill on the table right now is proposing for a guaranteed livable basic income program for anyone in Canada over the age of 17 years old, including temporary workers, permanent residents, and refugee claimants. Yes, the proposed basic income framework would replace or decrease existing health or disability benefits. Yes, this is some news that has come out over the last 60 days or so, and it does look like it is getting more traction this particular week, which I'm not necessarily sure as to why, but I definitely want to bring it to your attention because I'm starting to see a lot of posts on Twitter, Instagram, and places like that in which they are discussing whether or not this is a good idea. Apparently, the Republicans are saying that the liberals are doing this the wrong way. Trying to give an additional check out to low-income families is not the way to boost the economy. It is not the way to bring down housing costs or to improve the housing industry. And this is not a good look for the country of Canada. This basically just allows the government to control you a little bit better. That is exactly what the Republicans are stating in regards to this potential piece of legislation that is calling for a livable basic income. And as you can see right here, it says that a universal basic income is being considered by Canada's government. The Senate is studying a bill right now that would introduce a framework for a policy that would guarantee access to a livable income to everyone over the age of 17 years old. Canada is taking a step towards making universal basic income a reality. The Senate's National Finance Committee will study a bill on October the 17th, which would create a national framework, but not actually implement UBI, according to the press release. An identical bill exists in the House of Commons and is sponsored by the Member of Parliament, Leah Gazan. Yes, this particular bill is in the Senate, which received a first and a second reading earlier in 2021 and last April, respectively, and it would require ministers and indigenous governing bodies across the country to convene and determine how a UBI plan could actually work. This would include ensuring that the participation in education, training, or labor market is not required to receive UBI, and that funding for other social services are not cut at all. And if this bill passes both the Senate and the House of Commons, a report would have to be made public a year after the study begins. So yes, this is not necessarily in the United States, but it is in reference to the entire country of Canada. They are feeling like this is the best way to go because just like in the United States, people are struggling. People don't necessarily have a place to live. People can't afford a house to purchase because a lot of people are just not making enough money, or either they're just not running their finances the right way, so they can't necessarily afford to purchase a home or even purchase a rental house just to live in, just to say or call this particular place your home. So anyways, the government said that, look, I know you cannot do this. I know that you are struggling. We have made bad mistakes in this country, which has pretty much forced a lot of people to fall below the poverty level. So considering that the government of Canada has actually done this to the Canadian people, the Canadian government wants to do something about it. They want to fix this problem, and they feel like the best way to fix it is just to provide some additional $2,000 monthly checks to all citizens above the age of 17 years old. Again, yes, this is not in the United States. However, we have other states and cities and across the country that are providing different types of pilot programs in reference to universal basic income. But this particular article is specifically referencing Canada. Yes, as you can see right here, I ended up finding the bill, which says that this is the S-233 in the 44th Parliament first session. This was first introduced or discussed or introduced back in November of 2021, and it's still going on right now. Right here it says that the short title is the National Framework for a Guaranteed Livable Basic Income Act. So yes, this bill is actually on their Parliament website. And again, like I said, they are really trying to determine whether or not they want to introduce some type of basic income program in which they could provide an additional $2,000 per month to its citizens. Take a look at this video right here.
Introduce a framework to develop a guaranteed livable basic income. We are struggling throughout this country with homelessness, food insecurity, poverty, health, mental health issues, and this is one way that we could start to look at these issues. It's not the only way, but it's certainly a key way.
And I think we've gathered a great deal of data to show the positive consequences of offering people the opportunity.
Half of Canadians are pessimistic about their personal finances. A quarter of low-income families cannot pay for monthly expenses.
So yeah, right there, that was them in their actual meeting discussing it, introducing it, and like I said, we'll just have to see how this all plays out. I don't necessarily know if any of you watching this channel live in Canada, but if you do, tell me, what do you think about this? Do you agree with this, or do you think that this is a bad idea? And then for those of you that live in the States, the United States, what do you think about Canada introducing this universal basic income program? Do you agree with it, or do you think that the United States should be introducing something like this as well? How do you feel about this? Does this make you sad? Does this make you happy? Or you don't really care? But either way, comment down below and let me know how you feel about it. I would love to get your thoughts on this entire idea, because if we see Canada introducing this, we will probably start to see more states, more countries introducing some form of a universal basic income program. So anyways, comment down below. I would love to get your take on this. Outside of all of that, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, that's all we have for you today, but feel free to check out some of the items down below in the description. There are a couple of opportunities for you to earn some free money or some free cash, such as signing up with Webull, where they're giving away 12 free stocks after you deposit at least $1. The good thing about it is that those stocks can be worth $3,000, which is a great way to receive some additional free money into your pocket. Also, don't forget about signing up for the Amazon Prime membership, where you can get 30 days for free, which is a great time as the holidays are coming to an end. And what a great opportunity to be able to watch some of those movies that you haven't seen in such a long time, as well as get all of your items delivered to your front door for totally free. Check out those links down below. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.